Hi, how you doing? Justin here. In this video today we are going to start building a new pedal board. Now I have here a PT2, a PedalTrain 2 pedal board. It's a very lightweight aluminium, very simple design which I really like. I really like the PedalTrain things. They come in a soft case or a hard case, so I tend to use the soft case if I'm just going to rehearsals, or a hard case if it's got to fly or go in a truck or anywhere near roadies. But they're really just, it's an easy to set up pedal board, really simple to rearrange your stuff to, so which I do a lot of. So I highly recommend the PedalTrain brand, and particularly the PedalTrain 2 and the PedalTrain Junior, which are the two that I use. I'm going to be wiring this one up with a Voodoo Lab's Pedal Power 2 Plus, which is a really good regulated power supply, and it's perfect for the PedalTrain. They've been designed together, and what we're going to be doing basically, the PedalTrain kind of sits like this. This will be the front of the board, and you can see here there's these two kind of plastic bungs. Now we want to start by taking them out, and if you can pull them out from the front, but it's a lot easier if you just reach in from behind and poke those two plastic bungs out. So there, you now got a nice little hole there, which is where the pedal power is going to sit. Basically it's going to sit underneath with the logo side sort of facing up, and when you put it like that, so you can see the pedal power written through the little grill there at the top. When you look through the little holes now, you can see the power plugs. Now there's one power in, and the other one is called a courtesy plug, which means you can lead that on to power something else if you want, with the typical kind of IEC kettle cable, or whatever you want to call it, type of power lead. Now that's a great design. I mean, it kind of keeps things nice and simple. All the little points that are going to lead to the actual pedals themselves are found at the back of the Voodoo Lab there, and it's set up real nice. Now when you buy a Pedal Power 2 Plus, it comes with two mounting brackets, which are specifically designed to mount with our PedalTrain power boards, which is a real good bonus of the two things kind of working together. They're different companies, but they must have a bit of a relationship going on. So the first thing you want to do is get those bungs out. The second thing we've got to do is fit the brackets to the Pedal Power 2. So here's the Pedal Power 2, and you can see on the side there's two little screws, which is where we're going to affix this bracket. We're going to be putting it like that. So there's the top, so it's kind of affixing to the underside. You'll see there's two slots which are going to go for those two screws there. So you want to just start by holding the unit and unscrewing both of those screws. It's just a regular Phillips head screwdriver. So you unscrew them and try and hold on to them and not drop them. Then this unit is going to sit like that, with the kind of side where you've got a little step up. This little kind of corner bit is going at the back where the power supply is, because that's actually going to screw into the pedal board there. We're going to have to get the old power tools out in a second. So you line that up, and then the screw's going to go back into that little hole. And nice simple little job. Takes only a few seconds, which is what we like. We like keeping things simple, we do. Now what I would recommend is not doing it up too tight yet, because we might want to maneuver this a little bit later on. So if you just get it so it's kind of loosely done up. So this, well, not that loosely so that the screw falls out though. That's not really what we want. A little bit tighter than that is a good idea. Here we go on JustinDIY.com. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to do the other side now. Just make sure that that little flat bit is level with the power supply bits. Okay, now that we have the brackets fitted to the pedal power, the next stage is to fit that onto the PedalTrain, and that involves one of my favorite things, which is power tools. Whee! So what's really important is, of course, that you fit it in exactly the right place. So you've got your brackets connected. What you're going to do is, I'm holding it with the back of the PedalTrain there away from me, and I'm going to place it with the power sockets facing those little holes, and I'm going to put it in place, and then I'm going to look through the little holes and make sure that those power things are exactly lined up with the holes. That's really, really, really important that you line this up right. Otherwise you ain't going to be able to put your plugs in, which would, you know, that would kind of suck. See them nicely lined up there in the holes? That's what you want. Now once I've got it nicely lined up, the trick is to use a pencil or some sort of scratching device to put a little mark where those holes need to go. Now it's black, but you should find that the graphite from the pencil leaves enough of a dot. I normally give a little bit of a scribble inside the hole there, and remember that you're doing the two that are down and the two that are toward the front. Right, that's really important that you do that. You get that right toward the front there. Okay, and then remove the unit. Make sure that you've got a nice clear mark as to where you're going to drill, and that you're absolutely clear on that, because, and as a little rule there is always to measure twice and cut once is the saying. So make sure, like, I'd check that. In fact, I will do it again now. I'm going to put the unit back where those little marks are, and just make sure 100% that those marks are good, that they're nice and squarely lined up, because really once you've done this, it's going to be a real suck if you've got it slightly wrong. So I would check and then double check. Okay, so our first spot is here. I doubt you'll really see it on the camera. Make sure that you've got your foot steadying the pedal board so it doesn't just run around anywhere. And then nice and straight with the old drill, line it up with exactly where that point is. Making sure you start nice and slow, making sure it doesn't move as well. Am I right on there? Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. There we go, and we're through. Doesn't take too long, pretty quick little job. I'll give it just a quick little whizzle there, because knowing that we wanted 3/8 originally, which is slightly bigger than our 3mm. So again, just really carefully on the point to make sure that's good. Usually do a little bit of a slow bit first, make sure that I've got a little dimple to drill into and it's covered my my ground. There we go, and that's the two easy ones done. Now the other ones to do are on the inside here, just inside the little bit here. So I'm going to have to use a little bit of a funny angle there, because my drill's not quite happy about getting into that point. So it's going to be at a slight angle, but that shouldn't be a problem really. I don't see that going to be an issue. Just again making sure I get it exactly right. Yeah, and that's right on the pencil. There we go, there's one, and here's the next one. Yeah, press it nice and hard. Good, yeah, there. Sweet. And that's the power tooling done. Just brush away the stuff and we're ready to connect our power supply. So we've got the pedals power 2 with the logo facing down, so it's going that way round. We just have a little look here, make sure the holes are lining up nice, and yes, I've done a fine job, thank God. I was kind of dreading the chance of kind of mucking it up here on camera, but anyway, okay, we've also got our 4 supplied screws, which are self-tapping, which means they're going to kind of screw themselves in. You might want to give these holes a little bit of a wobble, so put the drill in and just kind of jiggle it out a bit. Not too much, otherwise the screws will be too loose. But otherwise, because we're using a 3mm bit, it's just going to get a little bit too tight there. So once they're there, just wipe off the gunk. Once our pedal board power is in place and we've checked it's right, we just pop the little screws resting in the thing, get the old power drill out. Nice, a lot of pressure on the way down. Doesn't have to be too tight, remember, just so it's flush. and drive them home. There we go, nicely fitted. And that is the Pedal Power 2 mounted into the PedalTrain. Nice and neat and convenient, out of the way, and we're ready for the next stage. When you buy your PedalTrain, you will also get 2 rolls of Velcro. One has the hooks on it, which is the kind of the rougher feeling one. That's the one that I put on the pedals. And this one, the smoother one, I tend to put on the pedal board. Now the reason for that is that back in the old days when I was gigging a lot, I didn't always use a pedal board. This sort of Velcro-y stuff helps stuff stick to carpet. If I was ever doing a gig and there was carpet, would help the kind of pedals stay in one place. That's my thinking. Other people do it the other way around. I don't think it really matters. So that was my thinking. But what we want really for now is this, the kind of the smoother one, the one that's a little bit more like material. And what we're going to be doing is basically it's going to stretch across each one of those beams along here like that. We're going to run the Velcro all the way along each one of those 4 beams, and there should be enough Velcro to do that. Now what I normally start with is trimming this nice and square. I just noticed then before that it wasn't quite square off, so that's the first little thing I'm going to do, is just square that off so it's got a nice end. And I go just inside the board. It doesn't have to be like the whole length, but you know, most of the length. So I'll just mark it there. Get the old scissors and just cut it across nice there. Double check, should have measured twice, cut once really, but that's about perfect. So there we go, we got 1 strip. Okay, so we've got our 4 strips of Velcro now. So now it's time to start placing them. So what you don't want to do, just to warn you in advance, or I'm just giving the board off a quick wipe as well. Don't peel all of the back off all at once, right? You're asking for trouble. So just peel a little bit of the back off, like that. Place it where you want on the board, as close to the corner as you can, but without going over the top. Give it a bit of a rub down so it's nicely in place, and then gradually pull back a few inches and line it up with the top of the board to make sure that with the top of the little beam there, make sure it's nice. And I'm kind of pulling it as well. I'm pulling it with this hand here along a bit, just to make sure that it's staying nice and taut. There we go. And push it along. It's quite important this. You don't want to get it all bubbly and stuff. That would just suck. So, and then just do that last little section. Pull it through, press it on, give it a good press and a rub down as well, make sure that it's all good along the edges as well, to make sure that that's nicely kind of sealed along the edge and not going to catch on stuff. And there we have our PedalTrain 2 ready to start putting pedals on. So now that your pedal board is all set up and ready to go, hope you'll join me for the next lesson where we're going to talk about arranging our pedals, what order they should go in, how to power them up and how to wire them all together. See you for that very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.